The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, adopted in 1982, is one of the most important documents in the country's history. It forms part of the Constitution Act and guarantees fundamental rights and freedoms to all Canadians. Before its creation, Canada relied mainly on parliamentary tradition and common law to protect individual rights, but there was no single written guarantee. Prime Minister Pierre Elliott Trudeau championed the Charter, aiming to strengthen Canadian democracy, unify the country, and ensure that every citizen enjoyed equal rights under the law. The Charter was entrenched in the Constitution, meaning it could not be changed by ordinary legislation. It requires the agreement of both Parliament and the provinces. This move gave citizens a more powerful tool to challenge unfair laws and government actions. At the heart of the Charter are the fundamental freedoms. These include freedom of conscience and religion, freedom of thought, belief, opinion, and expression, as well as freedom of the press. Canadians also enjoy freedom of peaceful assembly and freedom of association. These freedoms mean people can worship as they choose, speak their minds, publish opinions, join unions, or protest government decisions peacefully. Of course, these rights are not unlimited. For example, freedom of expression does not protect hate speech or incitement to violence. Still, the Fundamental Freedoms section is a cornerstone of Canadian democracy, ensuring that diversity of thought and belief is not only tolerated, but protected. Another critical section of the Charter deals with democratic rights. Every Canadian citizen has the right to vote in federal and provincial elections and to run for public office. Elections must be held at least once every 5 years, and legislative bodies must sit at least once every 12 months, ensuring accountability. Alongside democratic rights are mobility rights, which guarantee that Canadian citizens can move, live, and work anywhere in the country. People also have the right to enter, remain in, and leave Canada freely. This is particularly significant in a vast country like Canada, where mobility helps strengthen the national economy and reinforces the idea of a unified nation. The Charter also provides strong legal protections. These rights ensure fairness in the justice system. They include the right to life, liberty, and security of the person, as well as protection against unreasonable search and seizure, arbitrary detention, and cruel or unusual punishment. Every individual is guaranteed the right to a fair trial, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, and to have legal counsel. These provisions aim to prevent abuses of power by the state and ensure that individuals have recourse if they are treated unjustly. For example, evidence obtained illegally by police can be excluded from trial, protecting the integrity of the justice system. This section of the Charter is essential to maintaining public confidence in the rule of law. Equality rights are among the most powerful protections in the Charter. Section 15 guarantees that every individual is equal before and under the law, without discrimination based on race, national or ethnic origin, color, religion, sex, age, or disability. Over time, courts have also recognized protection for other groups, such as the LGBTQ+ community. The Charter also protects Canada's bilingual identity, granting citizens the right to use English or French in Parliament and in federal courts. Minority language education rights ensure that French or English-speaking minorities in provinces have access to schooling in their language where numbers warrant. These provisions reflect Canada's diversity and commitment to inclusivity, ensuring that no group is left behind in society. The Charter is powerful, but it is not absolute. Section 1 states that rights and freedoms can be limited if the restriction is reasonable and justified in a free and democratic society. This means courts must balance individual rights against the broader public interest. Section 33, known as the Notwithstanding Clause, allows governments to pass laws that override certain charter rights temporarily, though this power is controversial and rarely used. The Charter has transformed Canadian law, society, and politics. It has given judges greater power to strike down unconstitutional laws, and it has empowered citizens to demand fairness, equality, and respect. Over the decades, it has shaped landmark rulings on same-sex marriage, abortion rights, indigenous rights, and freedom of the press. In many ways, it has become a symbol of Canada's identity as a free, democratic, and inclusive nation. If you're enjoying the content and want to keep supporting this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right down below. It only takes a second, and it really helps me out. Also, make sure you press the bell icon so you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. That way, you'll never miss out on the latest updates. And we would love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, ideas, or questions in the comments section. I read every single one, and your feedback helps me create even better content for you.